Woo! What is up, everybody? Here is the new to me bike. Just picked up yesterday. Wanted to do a quick walk around as it sits now. That way we can maybe do one in the future after I've finished making some updates to it. The only thing I've went ahead and done so far is removed the passenger pegs along with their mounting bracket. And then I thought I needed to do this video before I start doing too much to it. So aside from that, I just did my normal once over, looked for loose bolts, screws. Did find a couple, nothing major. I've adjusted the handlebars, adjusted the levers, and also adjusted the bark busters. So other than stock, I don't know if these bars are stock. They're painted blue to match, but I don't know if that was common on these. This is an 02 model, and they don't match the frame color exactly. They're more of a blue and less of a purple, so they may not be stock bars. I know it's not the stock grips. So it's got the added rack on the rear, and then we're going to say aftermarket handlebars, and then the bark busters. Other than that, the bike is, best I can tell, stock. I don't think it even has DOT tires on it. It only has 6,000 miles. Again, this is an old 02 model, so it has a Kickstarter. I don't know what years do and don't have the Kickstarter to like confirm whether or not that was actually factory on this bike. I have seen somebody with a 02 say theirs has a Kickstarter, and then someone else with a 03 say that theirs doesn't. So you would think all of them up to 2002 had Kickstarters, but I've seen 90s models without Kickstarters. So I don't really know. If you know, let me know in the comments. I don't know what years came with that and all that stuff, but we do have Kickstarter. And then plans for the bike. So like I said, I've already started taking stuff off in the form of passenger foot pegs. We're going to strip everything off we can that's not necessary, which really isn't that much to strip off. There's not much here to begin with. Little things, I always take reflectors off. Try to tidy up the tail a little bit. And then for suspension, my plan is to leave the rear alone and just maybe try to adjust preload the best I can. I didn't know this until right before I filmed this video. I realized we've got a non-linkage rear swing arm and suspension setup. Didn't know these were set up that way. I didn't pay any attention yesterday when I was looking at the bike, so that's pretty cool. We're going to get a proper bash plate for it instead of that little flimsy tin one that comes from the factory. At some point, possibly larger fuel tank, I'm not sure. Definitely going to replace the seat cover at some point. The foam under there seems stiff but not flaking apart, so we'll just try to replace just the seat cover. And then for the front suspension, I think I'm going to go with Cogent Dynamics fork springs. Not going to do the DDCs. We'll just up the weight of the fork oil and do the progressive springs, and then adjust preload with a spacer as needed. And when we're doing that, we're also going to get new fork gaiters because these are kind of roached. But all that's going to roll out slowly over time. So if any of that interests you, stick around for it. Like I said, videos be rolling out over time. I'm going to do a little first ride. I haven't even rode it. I reset the trip on it when I took off on it, and I've got 0.7. So I've rode it less than 0.7 miles. I think I rode it 0.4 miles, test driving it. It is absolutely freezing. It was even colder yesterday, which is when I got it. So yeah, I did not ride it much. So that video will be coming out soon. So stay tuned.